Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, Mostly Paper Crafts. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little special. I'm creating a themed thank you card for Jared's parents who are hosting us tomorrow to watch Godzilla versus King Kong. And I always want to make theme cards like this, and I usually don't get around to it. So I figured I'd make a video as I'm making the card today, and I would make a second card as a thank you to send out to one of my new subscribers. So I'll tell you all the details on how you could win a card at the end of this video. This is going to be a one-layer card using a mashup of different stamp companies and a bunch of different products, and I'll walk you through step by step how I create them. These are the sets of stamps I chose for my card. I'm using the dinosaur from RAR from Lawn Fawn for Godzilla, the gorilla from Go Wild. This set is from Clearly Besotted. That's going to be Kong. And then I'm going to be using this city as my background. This is from Avery L. It's one of their newer sets. It's called Superheroes. First, I cut a piece of marker paper down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Next, I played around with where I think I want my images to be on my card because I'm going to need to do some masking here. I'll be stamping Kong and Godzilla first, cutting masks for them, and then stamping the city background. I have my monsters on the card and in my Misty, and it's time to stamp those images. I do multiple impressions when I stamp. That's why I love the Misty, and I use Lawn Fawn's jet black ink when I'm going to be doing alcohol marker coloring like I am on this card, and I'm very happy with the crispness of these images. Next, I stamp Kong and Godzilla onto a Post-it note. I will cut these out and use them as a mask. I do have full sheet Post-it notes, but this is just a regular one. The top is where the sticky is, so these will stick just fine onto my card for this simple masking. The masks are cut out and placed on the card. I aligned my city scene the way that I want it. I've stamped out my city, and now I can remove the masks. And there is Kong and Godzilla in the city. I want to put another building over here on the left-hand side. I'm masking the building just with a full-size Post-it note, and then the tree, rather than fussy cutting a mask for that, I'm using Nuvo masking fluid. And you can see that same thing is happening on this card. I just need to wait for it to dry, and then I can stamp again. I did make little mistakes on that last stamping with my masking, but that's okay. These are things that I can fix before the cards are complete. I'm using Post-its to mask again. Now I'm working on my Make Art Station, and I'm going to be using some Distress Oxide inks to do some ink blending. I'm going to do the sidewalk area here in Hickory Smoke, and then my idea for the background up here at the top, I'm going to be using Black Soot, Hickory Smoke, Dusty Concord, and Shaded Lilac. I don't really want to mask off this entire scene, so I'm just going to try to keep those colors up around the top and then fade to white. I use the Hickory Smoke for the base of both of these little cities, and now I'm going to start with the Shaded Lilac, which is the lightest color I plan on using, and I'm going to be using a very small blending brush, and my plan is to go sort of near the scene, and then I'm going to be blending upward into a darker sky. This is the first layer with the Shaded Lilac, the next layer with the Dusty Concord. This last layer is the Black Soot. I did try to use the Hickory Smoke, but it was really light and wasn't really showing up. I like the idea that the city will kind of have a glow because of all that white there, and of course the white will stand out more once I have my scene colored. I'm using my Spectrum Noir markers to color today. I used RB 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the Kongs. I colored the Godzillas with the DG 2, 3, and 4. I used a lot of different colors as I colored this city. I used a lot of brown grays, blue grays, gold browns, and a variety of other colors. I colored them almost identically the same, just so I wouldn't have to make as many decisions. I went through some of my sets and found a couple of sentiments I like. I like You're a Legend. And for the other one, I'm gonna do Have a King-Sized Birthday. All of these stamp sets are from Lawn Fawn. I cut this panel down using a stitched rectangle from Lawn Fawn because I had already cut this one down because of a mistake that I made when I was masking. It's too small for the rectangle, so I'm just gonna leave that one as is. And I wanted to show you what my desk actually looks like right now at this stage in making the card. And then there's also the counter over here where I do my cutting, my die cutting, and my heat embossing. I used jet black archival ink in my Misty to stamp out these sentiments, and then I did use clear embossing powder and my heat gun to emboss these and give them a nice shine. I went in with a white gel pen and added some shine marks to make these figures look a little more cartoony, and the bottoms were looking very bare with just the one color of distress ink there, so I did come back in with some black soot, and I think that rounds out these cards nicely. I glued down my panels onto dark green card bases. For this one that was a little bit too small to cut out with a stitched rectangle, has that nice green border all the way around. I think that finishes it off nicely. And the last step will just be to put a piece of white paper inside so there's a place to write a message. I used another Lawn Fawn stitched rectangle to cut out a white rectangle for the inside of each of these so there is a place to write a message. And these cards are all finished. It was so much fun to make those cards. I hope you enjoyed the video and the process and are feeling inspired to make a theme card for someone special. If you'd like to win one of the cards, the one that says have a king-size birthday, there's just a couple of steps. 1, make sure you're subscribed because this is a thank you for my new subscribers. 2, leave a comment and tell me what kind of card videos you'd like to see in the future. I have a list of things I'd like to do, but I'd love to know what my subscribers want to see. And 3, watch out for a reply. So in a week on April 18th, I'm going to take a random number generator, go down through the list, pick a random comment, and I will reply to you with my email address. You can respond to me at my email. I'll get your address and I'll get that card sent out to you right away. Again, I hope that you enjoyed this video and this process. I can't wait to see you next time. And until then, go make something beautiful.